Okay, hi YouTube, Mr. User Boss here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Prime World Defenders. So this is a recently released free game on Android, and I'm reviewing it on the Nvidia Shield. So I've played this for around 2 to 3 hours now, and I have to say it's actually very good. I mean, being a free game, there are in-app purchases, but luckily there are no ads as far as I've seen, and it actually doesn't really get in the way of the experience. I mean, I've never really felt like this is a freemium game in all the time that I've played, and so it's actually quite an enjoyable experience. As well as this, it's actually really deep. There's actually a lot of gameplay elements. It's not like ultra simplified like most tower defense games on Android, games like Bloons and that kind of thing. There's a lot of depth. For example, each of these different relics, they actually add attributes to nearby towers, and you can combine these effects to create some pretty devastating combinations. On top of that, each of the different enemies moves in a different way. They all have unique animations, they look amazing. You can fully rotate the map, zoom in, zoom out, and it all looks incredible. This is probably the best looking tower defense game on Android, probably closely rivaled by Anomaly Warzone Earth, but I would say this game actually just takes it. It's also a massive bonus that it fully supports the Nvidia Shield's gamepad, so that means that pretty much every single action can be mapped to a key on the gamepad. I mean, there are a couple of times where you have to touch the screen, but never in like an obtrusive way. Now also, this game is really hard. I mean, Prime World Defenders has probably one of the steepest difficulty curves I've seen in quite a long time. So I mean, even by the second level you'll be getting absolutely whooped by, scores and scores of enemies of different types and elements, and you'll actually need to read into that and place your towers accordingly. Now what actually separates this game further from the others is that it's card based, as in each tower and each spell is represented by a card. As you progress through the game, you unlock increasingly powerful and rare cards, and it's really quite a rewarding experience. So the game, although it's probably best played on something like the Nvidia Shield, it does play fine on most high-end flagship devices, but as you'd expect, you might encounter some slowdown. But hopefully, I mean, this could probably be fixed with a patch, but the game really does look amazing, so that is to be expected. There's all the classic sort of tower defense boss fights present, with these incredibly tough enemies that, if you really want a perfect clear every level, you really have to get your thinking cap on, because this is not a game you can just stroll through, I have to say. The levels are all accessed via a world map, and this is just totally standard procedure for tower defenses, but I mean, it works, and it's nothing incredible, but it does the job. So the main progression in the game comes from permanent stat upgrades in the abilities menu, and this does add a lot of replayability. I mean, it makes you go back and grind those levels to get all that dosh out, but I have to say this is where the freemium element of the game does come into play, and you will not be forced, but you will be kindly asked to purchase stuff, which is, I suppose, a way of making money and is totally understandable, but a little bit annoying. But I actually say that it's pretty good in this game. They've toned it down quite a lot, and it's by no means excessive, so you can get by and you can have a great time with this game without buying anything. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.